background. It's usually never this quiet in the house, so generally I don't vlog downstairs, but I've basically got the house to myself for once, so I'm taking advantage of it. Anyway, so those of you who saw my vlog, I think 8 or maybe 9 videos back about the weirdness with the knitting needles, I actually have an update on that because you guys were asking for an update if anything happened with that. Well, something happened with that. So, for anybody who missed that video that doesn't feel like going back and clicking on it, basically I got a pair of knitting needles that straight out of the package smelled like straight up vomit. Don't know why, don't know what was on them. I tried to clean them, they still kind of little bit had a smell. Yeah, it was all bad and was really horrible. So I wrote to the company and I let them know about this. They had a web form on their website, so I figured that's probably the easiest way, but I had just kind of assumed that nothing was even happening with that since I didn't get an email back and didn't get any phone calls for any numbers I didn't recognize, so figured a week's gone by, probably nothing's gonna happen with that. I went and got in the mail today and found a ginormous envelope in the mailbox, all like squashed down in there, and I was like, I wonder what that is. And it was for me. It was from the company Coats, which owns companies like Red Heart and also Susan Bates, which is the company that made that brand of knitting, or they are the brand that made those knitting needles, and generally all the ones I use. But yeah, so I figured it actually did not dawn on me because of the size of the package that it would have anything to do with the knitting needle situation. I assumed it was probably a catalog for like Red Heart or something, since I put in an exceptionally huge order with them last winter of like over 200 skeins of yarn in one order, and ever since they've been sending me catalogs and generally inside of big envelopes like that. So I assumed it was one of those, but it didn't really feel bulky enough to be one of those. I don't know. So I brought it inside and I opened it up, and the first thing I found in there, sorry, I have the dog on my lap, hold on, was this bubble mailer, which was empty. I was like, wait, I'm confused. And it's got my case number for the knitting needle situation on it and my name, as well as their company address. And then I looked further into the envelope and I found this letter, which I'm going to keep my hand over my address because yeah, but anyway, so I'm going to read it to you guys, because this is quite interesting to me. I didn't honestly think anyone or anything was going to end up happening in regards to this. I'm very impressed and very happy that this is going to get resolved. So anyway, dear Ms. Abraham, thank you for your recent inquiry. We were sorry to learn that you had experienced difficulty with our Silverloom 10-inch single-point needles. This is a most unusual problem. We would like to investigate the cause of this and ask that you return the defective items to us in the enclosed postage-paid envelope, which is what that is. We are shipping a replacement for the Susan Bates Silverloom 10-inch single-point needle, size 10, under separate cover. It is being sent directly from our distribution center. Please allow 3 to 4 weeks for delivery. Thank you for bringing this to our attention. Sincerely, Ann Blalock, Manager, Consumer Information. I actually heard back. Usually when I've written to companies in the past, I've never written to this one before, to be fair, but when I've written to companies in the past trying to report any sort of consumer issue with a product, I've actually never heard back before, or the only thing I heard back was like, oh, do you have your proof of purchase? You don't? Oh, well, we can't do anything for you. Because I remember back when I had an issue with my perler bead pegboard literally melting upon using it and doing everything correctly. I wrote to the company and asked if there was any way I could get it replaced, because that's not something that I would imagine should happen with those. And they were like, unless you have the proof of purchase, no. I had bought those pegboards years earlier. Do you think I still had the receipt to prove the purchase? No. I didn't even have the original box they came in anymore because it had been so long, so I had to just eat it on that one and buy another one. That's like literally the only time I've even heard back from a company upon writing to them that I had a problem with a product. So this was a change of pace for me because, like I said, I usually do not have any luck with these sort of things. So I'm really happy that they're going to send a replacement. Hopefully the replacement's not going to have the same freaking problem. I guess if it does, then I'll be sending both pairs back. The bigger question to me is, are they sending those first, or am I supposed to send these back first? Did I somehow avoid what I did by washing those? I really hope I didn't screw up their investigation by doing that, but I did mention that I did that in the letter I sent to them. And I'm going to put a note in the package as well, letting them know, again, in case it's a different person handling the package than it was with the original letter I wrote to them. But yeah, I'm hoping it doesn't impair them being able to figure out what exactly went wrong there, because it does seem like it was probably something in the coating, and I probably did manage to scrape most of that off. Yeah, but if I have the same problem with the other pair, then maybe in business there. That said, I think I haven't emptied my trash can in my room yet, so I may still have the original packaging that this pair came in. So I'm actually gonna double check, and as long as nothing gross should be on it, because generally only paper stuff that goes in there. But I'll fish that out and probably put that in there too to see if maybe, in case they can't get anything off the needles directly, maybe they could swab the inside of the plastic and see if they can find anything in there, because the packaging also reeked like it. So we shall see. But yeah, that's about where that stands right now, and like I said, I am shocked that they even took time to write me back, much less they're actually going to replace them, which I'm really happy about, because I've loved using this brand. They're my preferred brand of knitting needles. I've used a few other brands before, but didn't really care for them nearly as much as these. I just like how they feel in my hands the best. So since they work for me, that's what I go with. But yeah, I really didn't want to have to go to a different brand for this size if I could just get another pair that doesn't have that same problem. And since I scoured like the entire internet, could not find any other person that ever had this particular issue with a pair of knitting needles before, I'm figuring this must be an isolated incident. It can't be a widespread thing, because if it were like a whole batch, there'd be more people publicly complaining about it, I'm pretty sure. So I think it was just the one pair, and the next replacement pair should be fine, all things considered. If for some reason they're not, I suppose I'll give an update to this update. I may do one anyway, just to confirm everything's cool, so you guys know who've been following this saga since the last video. But yeah, so anyway, that's about all there is from me today. Sorry that there haven't been videos the past few days. Things have been crazy hectic. I'll try and get back on my daily schedule. I might post a review tonight. If I don't, I'll definitely have one up tomorrow. So anyway, till next time, bye!